Hello from Arlington, Virginia. It might not look like I'm in Arlington since it's February and I'm just in a t-shirt, but I brought some of the Australian weather back with me, which makes me very happy. And that leads me to my blog post on what you focus on expands. So I am focusing on the good weather and instead of my jet lag. Okay, what you focus on expands. This truth is true in all areas of your life. Focus on the pain in your foot and you will feel more pain. Focus on the beautiful day and you will see beauty all around you. Focus on the dirt on your kitchen floor and you will notice dirt on all of your floors. Why is this? Well, it's because our brain, we think 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. We are not capable of taking the time to consciously choose each one of those thoughts. Instead, our brain chooses which thoughts to focus on based on many factors, mostly unconscious ones. It chooses the thoughts based on our habits, based on our surroundings, and yes, based on what we choose to focus on. Ever notice how, if you're looking to buy a new car, say a Toyota Highlander, all of a sudden you notice a lot more Toyotas on the road? Are there more on the road? No, it's just that you've directed your brain to focus on these details and it's picking up all the different cars on all the different Toyotas on the road. This whole month, my blogs have addressed many aspects of relationships. Let's take the truth that what you focus on expands and use it to help us find peace and joy in our current relationships. I have 3 sons. If I focus on how messy they are, they will seem even messier. And I will notice and see the clothes on the floor, their muddy shoes, their unbrushed hair. If I focus on their joyful energy, I will see their quick smiles, their jumping bodies, their joie de vivre. It's up to me. Do I want to focus on their muddy shoes? Or do I want to focus on their energetic feet wearing those muddy shoes? I also have an ex-husband. If I focus on the challenge we have interacting, I will read his emails and look for challenging vocabulary and words that might trigger me and focus on the difficulty we have communicating. However, if I focus on how much easier it is to parent our 3 sons with him as an ex-spouse versus a spouse, I see the great benefit of email communication and the flexibility we have in sharing carpools and being able to communicate on email versus in person. Again, it's up to me. What do I want to focus on? If you think your boss is unreasonable, you're going to look for all sorts of evidence of how he or she is unreasonable. If you think your spouse is lazy, you will look for all sorts of evidence to find ways that he is lazy. If you think he's helpful, you will notice all the ways that he's helpful. Are you asking your brain to focus on what he does do or what he doesn't do? Do yourself a favor and choose to focus on what you want and what you have versus what you don't want and what you don't have. This sounds easy, but it is not. It's a simple concept, change what you focus on, but it's not easy to change your thought patterns. Your brain is programmed to look for the negative in a situation, and our society supports our brain in doing that. There are amazingly wonderful things happening every single day in the world, but what do we read about in the newspaper and what do we hear about in the news? The negative. Our days contain outstandingly awesome things. Like we can get into a metal box that takes us up 20 flights or 20 stories in under 2 minutes, or we can hold a handheld appliance that allows us to talk to someone halfway around the other side of the world, or record this vlog. Yet, we get upset if someone cuts in front of us in traffic. That was me today. Bring awareness to what you're focusing on in your relationships this week. How are the things you're focusing on making you feel about that person and your relationship with them? What you focus on expands. What do you want to expand? Bonus points if you share in the comments below, either on this YouTube video, subscribe to my channel, or on my webpage where the blog is posted. Also, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every week on Wednesday, Warrior Wednesday, and I always highlight a book and a podcast in it also, in addition to including the blog and this vlog. And this week there are great additions. I have a free chapter in the book that I'm recommending, and the podcast is wonderful. 2 hilarious men discussing many aspects of life, and one of them is how, there are many wonderful things in the world, and how can we bring more focus to the things that are great in this world and that light us up. Okay, great to talk with you or to you, and reach out to me. I love communicating with anyone. Let's focus on the good. Bye, guys.